Today we are going to look at the spherical polar coordinate system. Okay, the spherical polar coordinate system. The spherical polar coordinate system, has three coordinates r, theta, and phi. Okay, r, theta, and phi. These are the three coordinates in the spherical polar coordinate system. And we have shown what r is, what theta is. So this is r, the distance from the origin to the point P, and theta is the angle down from the z-axis. Phi is the angle around from the x-axis. So these are the three coordinates. Okay, r, theta, and phi. Then the q1, q2, q3 are r, theta, phi here. R, as I said, is the distance from the origin. It is the distance from the origin. Theta is the angle down from the z-axis. It is called the polar angle. Then the phi is the angle around from the x-axis, which is called the azimuthal angle. Okay, and it has three surfaces. We are considering a curvilinear coordinate system where we have three surfaces intersecting at a point. And what are those surfaces? The transformation from the xyz, the Cartesian coordinates, to the spherical polar coordinate system are given by this. This is r, this distance is r, and this is actually the projection of this r on the xy plane. This is the xy plane. Okay. So this is the projection, and since this angle is theta, this will be r sine theta. So this is r sine theta, and the component of this r sine theta along x direction. Since this angle is phi, this will be r sine theta cos phi. Okay, that will be r sine theta cos phi. Okay, and about this will be r sine theta sine phi. Okay, r sine theta sine phi. So this will be r sine theta cos phi, and this will be r sine theta sine phi. Okay, so from this also here this component, since this angle is theta and this is r, this will be r cos theta. Okay, so this component will be r cos theta. So z is r cos theta. So what is x? X is this r sine theta cos phi. X is r sine theta cos phi. Y is r sine theta sine phi. Y is r sine theta sine phi. Z is r cos theta. Okay, so these are the transformation equations from the Cartesian to the spherical polar. And if I take x square plus y square plus z square, if I am taking x square plus y square plus z square, we will be getting this. As we take the square, you will be getting r square. Okay, x square plus y square plus z square, that is r square. And theta, if you divide the y by x, if you divide y by x, you will be getting tan phi. Okay, this is x, this is y. If you take y by x, you will be getting tan phi. Tan phi is y by x. Phi is tan inverse y by x. Z we know, that is r cos theta, and this is theta equal to cos inverse z by r. Okay, cos inverse z by r. Then, so this is phi and this is theta. Okay, So what are the three surfaces? The first surface is concentric spheres centered at the origin r equal to x square plus y square plus z square, which is a constant, r constant. That is the surface of a sphere of radius r. And the second one is right circular cone centered on the z axis. Okay, it's like cone everywhere on the surface of this cone. The angle will be theta. This is theta, this angle also will be theta. Okay, so the surface of this cone, okay, so that is another surface. So the surface is there, and theta, that is cos inverse z over r. R is x square plus y square plus z square to the power half. It's a constant. Half planes through the z axis. So phi is tan inverse y by x, which is a constant. So the three surfaces are r constant, which is a spherical surface, theta constant, which is the surface of a cone, and phi constant, that is half planes through z axis, because everywhere on this plane the phi is a constant. Okay, everywhere on this plane. So these are half planes. Then r actually varies from 0 to infinity. Theta varies from 0 to pi. Okay, theta actually varies from 0 to pi, and phi varies from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so this is how the coordinates are varying. Okay, now from this, x equal to r sin theta cos phi, y equal to r sin theta sin phi, z equal to r cos theta, I can find dx. Dx is what? Dou x dou r dr, dou x dou theta d theta, dou x dou phi d phi. And what is dou x dou r? That is sin theta cos phi. Okay, and what is dou x dou theta? R cos theta cos phi. And what is dou x dou phi? Minus r sin theta sin phi. Okay, so this is dx. dy is dou y dou r dr. Okay, dou y dou theta d theta, dou y dou phi d phi. And we know what is y. This is y. So dou y dou r we know, dou y dou theta, dou y dou phi. All these things we can calculate, and we will get this. And dz, dou z dou r dr, dou z dou theta d theta, dou z dou phi we need not take, because it is not a function. So it is not a function of phi. So it is given by cos theta dr minus r sin theta d theta. So ds square is given by dx square plus dy square plus dz square. And dx square is this. Okay, we are taking dx square, dy square, dz square, and we add the terms, and finally we are going to get a very simple formula. ds square equal to dr square plus r d theta square plus r square sin square theta d phi square. Okay, so this is what you are going to get. You simply take the square of this, square of this, square of this, and add the similar terms, and you will be getting this. And if we compare this with what? ds square equal to h1 square dq1 square plus h2 square dq2 square plus h3 square dq3 square, we will have h1 equal to 1, h2 equal to r, h3 equal to r sin theta. ds square is dr dot dr, that is given by this. Okay, ds square is given by dr dot dr, that is dr unit vector r d theta theta r sin theta d phi. Okay, so the scale factors we have got by comparing these two, we can get the scale factors. What is it? h1 is 1, h2 is r, h3 is r sine theta. So once the scale factors are known, it is very easy for us to determine del psi. This is the general expression for del psi. This is the general expression for del dot v. This is the general expression for del square. This is the general expression for del cross v. We substitute in it. So del psi is given by dou psi dou r unit vector r1 by r sine theta, dou psi dou theta theta, 1 by r sine theta dou psi dou phi. Okay, we know what are h1, h2. h1 is 1, h2 is r, h3 is r sine theta. So that we have substituted here. So we get that. Then we find del dot v. Del dot v, that has got 1 by h1, h2, h3 here. As we multiply h1, h2 and h3, we will be getting r square sine theta. So that is written here. Okay, that is written here. Then dou by dou r, r square sine theta vr. The r component of v, the theta component of v, the phi component of v. Del square psi, that is given by 1 by r square sine theta and all this. Del cross v, that is given by del cross v, that is given by 1 by r square sine square theta of this, 1 by r square sine square theta, and the determinant of r theta, r sine theta phi, dou by r, dou by dou r, dou by dou theta, dou by dou phi of this. So in this way we can find the divergence, the gradient, the Laplacian, the curl, all these things can be found. Unit vectors, that is given by unit vector r is, this is the expression. Okay, we know this is the expression 1 by hi dou r dou qi. So when we find unit vector r, this will be dou vector r dou r, that is given by dou x dou ri, dou y dou rj, dou z dou rk. This is sin theta cos phi I, sin theta sin phi j, cos theta k. So simply we take dou x dou r, the dou y dou r, dou z dou r, we substitute here. Okay, we will be getting the unit vector r. We can find unit vector theta here, which is 1 by r. Where does this r come? That is the scale factor h2. Okay, this is h2. We substitute here and we get this. And phi, here we have the scale factor h3 and dou r dou phi, which is minus sin phi I cos phi j. Okay, so these are the unit vectors. So as we did in the cylindrical coordinate system, we can find the unit vectors here. Then we can show, this is very important, we can show that the spherical polar coordinate system is orthogonal. How can we show that? We take r dot theta, the dot product of r with theta, then the dot product of theta with phi, then a dot product of r with phi. Okay, we know how to take r dot theta. This is r and this is theta. So what is r dot theta? That will be simply product of this plus product of this plus the product of this. And when you add together, you will see it is equal to 0. Same way you can find theta dot phi, you can find r dot phi, and you will see all of them are equal to 0, which proves that the spherical polar coordinate system is orthogonal. Okay, so we complete the discussion on the spherical polar coordinate system here. Okay, and we will be doing a problem related with it in the next class.